Hello everybody. Welcome. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. I am Dawn. Please be sure to give it a like and a follow. And this is a really quick and easy thing to do to put in your shop or to have for a craft fair, because they're inexpensive to make. They sell cheaply, so they'll sell. All right, so this is what we've got. You all know the Dollar Tree witch hats. This is the witch hat that everyone talks about if you don't know. You can get these. I don't know if they're in the stores right now. Mine does not have them. But this is what everybody's talking about. You can order them by the case on their website. I don't know if they're available yet, but when they are, grab you a bunch of them, because they will. You can use them for everything. You can make a witch hat. You can make a scarecrow hat, a Santa hat, all the different seasons you can use them for. You can use it as a cornucopia. So there's a lot of things you can do with these, and they're inexpensive to make, like I said, and they will sell in your shop pretty cheaply too. So it's just another price point to have. So this tinsel stuff they use on here comes off really easy. They don't glue it down, zip tie it down, or anything like that. It's just wrapped around here. So all you have to do is go on here. This has got little nubs on the sides of it. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get some of this off so I can show it to you better. And they just wrap it around those little nubs, and that's what's holding it on there. They glue the boo on. That's just really thin cardboard along with the buckle. So all I did was remove all of this, and once you remove all of that, I like to nip off the nubs that are on here. You don't have to. Some people will leave them on. Some people will leave them on. I just prefer to take them off. It's just easier for me. So you just, like I said, this comes off really easy. So you just take all this off, go back and forth all the way down. You can cut it probably too, but you still got to get it off of them nubs, so you might as well just do it this way. It's quick, it's easy. So like I said, they don't attach it with anything. They just wrap it around there. It's got wire in it, so it's kind of like that tinsel wire that we use for wreath frames, but it's just really thin. Alright, so let me see where they've got this tied here. They've got it tied around itself, so I gotta just undo it here. One way or the other. I don't know which direction they have it. It's hard to see the wire. But anyway, once you get all that off, take those nubs off of there. Or leave them. Your choice. And then take this bottom part off. It's on separately, so just take that one off, and you can find where it's stuck on there pretty easily. You just look for the piece that pops up real easy. It's right here. And then once you pull that off, you can untwist it really easy. Okay? Alright, so I won't keep going with that. Alright, so that's that. You can just throw all this away. You don't need it for anything. It's not really good enough to use for anything that I've found, so if you have anything that you can use it for, save it for that. Alright, then what I do after I've taken that apart, let's move that over there. I'll use that one and do a fall one later. And then I put 12 pipe cleaners on here. I put one on each of the crossbars. On this last bar here, I put one going here, 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 and here. So that's where this is, right here. Okay? So you only have to go to here with the mesh that we're going to put on. The rest is going to be covered with ruffles. So then I take and put another pipe cleaner in each of these corners, and then on each of the crossbars. So you end up with a total of 5 on the top, 7 on the bottom. Okay? That's how I do it. I'm sure there's other people out there that do it differently. That's just how I do it. Alright, so then we're going to take you can use ribbon, you could use 10-inch mesh, you could use 5-inch mesh, which is what I'm going to use. You could take fabric, you could take felt, anything like that to cover up the top. If you had a really pretty fabric to cover it up with, that would be nice. I'm just going to use this black mesh. This is a Dollar Tree mesh. I wouldn't use it for anything other than this because it's not a good quality mesh. But it's a 5-inch mesh. I fold it in half. Get it in half. Hopefully I won't struggle with this tonight. Alright, and then we're going to take it and we're going to wrap it around the top. keep that hanger there. Sometimes I cut it off because it just gets in my way. And I want to leave just a little bit hanging over, not too much. So once I figure out how much I need, I'm going to gather it up. And I'm going to pull it around the back here. And then there's this crossbar right here at the very tip. That's what I'm going to zip tie it to. Alright, so we're going to use a black zip tie. If y'all wouldn't mind sharing this, I would really appreciate that. Alright, so I keep it folded in half. Oh, I guess I need to cut my end off my zip tie on there. That would help. Fold that up in there. So then I'm just going to wrap it around. Take it and wrap it around the top once or twice. It's easier to throw this on the floor. Let me get it on the floor there. And then we just wrap all the way around. So we're just wrapping it around here with this mesh. This little 5-inch mesh also came from the dollar store. Like I said, I wouldn't normally use Dollar Tree mesh, but this is what I would use it for if I have it. But you can use any 6-inch mesh. You could use ribbon. A lot of people will use ribbon. Some people will do the felt or the fabric. They come out nice either way. And it really covers up that frame. Alright, so you only have to go down to that last bar with this because, like I said, the mesh is going to cover up the rest. Or the ruffles, sorry, ruffles. So it does go pretty quickly. So you could probably do a couple of these in one setting. You know, have all your supplies out. Do up a couple of different ones. I really like the fall ones because you can add so much to them. The one I did, I had raffia and all that stuff in it. It sold really well. So, alright, so there's that. Let me make sure all of my seams are somewhat even. I'm going to cut this off right here. I'm going to leave a couple of inches because I got to zip tie it, so that I'll throw away. There's nothing else that we can use that for. Take the zip tie. We're going to grab this. And we're going to pull it around to the back. Let me get my pliers. Alright, so that is zip tied on there. Alright, so there it is. There's the top. Alright, so here is the mesh I'm going to be using. I cut these. This is 10-inch mesh. I cut these at 15 inches. So there are 12 of these. I have my ribbons here. Here's the 1.5 inch I'm going to use. Has all the colors. And then I'm going to use this one here, which is the witch legs. So we're going to use that. Then we are going to be adding, let me get them over here, some witch legs to the bottom of this. I've got some tubing. This is some Faux Jute tubing. I'm going to be using this. Alright, so this is that purple with the border mesh. It's got green, purple, black, and orange in it. And we're just going to ruffle it. Just do like a regular ruffle. Right up the center. And then put it in every tie. So I'm going to go right up here at the top. And these pipe cleaners are not full pipe cleaners. They're cut in half. You don't need a full pipe cleaner for these. And then we're going to fan these out like we normally would. And then as you put each one in, the next one will stand up. And this will look so cute when all of these are standing up and this is all nice and full. If you guys are new to my page, be sure to give it a like and follow so that you can get notified when I go live. You can also sign up for my email list by typing in the word email, and I'll send you the link after this live, or you can go to the top of my business page and click on the little animated envelope, and that link will take you straight to the sign up for it. And every week when I go live on Wednesdays and Fridays. I send you out a email telling you what I'm going to be working on, what time I'm going live, and anything new going on in my shop. So there's the top part. Let's get these all opened up here. But these are just, like I said, these are really good sellers if you have a craft show to do, things like that. So now we're going to do the bottom. I did exactly what I tell you guys not to do. Don't pull on frays. And I just did and made it worse. So we'll cut that off. So do as I say, not as I do. I need to take my own advice. Alright, there's our bottom. Isn't that cute? Alright, so we're going to put these ribbons in now. I only use 2 ribbons. When I do these, because they're so small, I just use the same ribbons on all of them. It just makes it easier, and because you've got 7 on the bottom and 5 on the top, it just it comes out nicer this way. So this one here has got little feet, witch legs on it. I also have the one with the witch hats. We'll probably put that in a bow. And then this one has got all the colors. It's got the black, the orange, the purple, the green. It's got all of that. And it's kind of a sheer ribbon with the metallic color stripes on it. Alright, so I got to turn the witch legs around towards me, and we're just going to put these in every tie. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the tubing oh, I shouldn't have laid it on top of there. Let's put this down here. Alright, and I'm going to cut it, you know what, I'm just going to cut it the length of my mat, and then we'll fold it a couple of times and see what it looks like. Let's do. I want it to come out so it's even, but these loops are smaller. There we go, that'll work. So basically I'm just folding it 3 times. Alright, so let me get my ribbons going here. It slides around a lot, so it's harder to work with than a wreath, but I gotta turn these around so they go in the right direction. And then we're gonna add some witch legs to it. And if I have any other little decorations, I'll decorate the top part with it too. Maybe put some little picks up there or something. I also have some little foam balls that we can put over the pipe cleaners. Come on. There we go. Doesn't want to cooperate with me. Now I cut the ribbons at 12 inches. I don't know if I told you guys that or not, but I did cut the ribbons at 12 inches. You really don't need them any longer. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This must be the last one up here. I use purple pipe cleaners, so they're hard to see in all this mesh. Not my smartest move. Could have used a different color. Alright, so the tubing is in. Where is that pipe cleaner at? Alright, so the mesh was cut at 15 inches, almost said 20. 15 inches. Ribbons are cut at 12 inches. I'm cutting the tubing at 36 because that's the size of my mat. We added 5-inch mesh to the top and just folded it in half and wrapped it around. And we're using a Dollar Tree witch hat frame, or witch hat. They sell these like where the signs and that are. And this is what it looks like when you get it in the store. It either have purple or it'll have silver on it. You just take all that stuff off. Grab a hold of this down here. Alright, this is it, the last one. If I can get to that pipe cleaner. The only bad thing about using the half pipe cleaners is that you can't find them when you need them. Where'd it go? It's hiding on me. There it is. Alright, so there it is with our ribbons. Let's set that over here for a second and make a bow really quick. I don't have a whole lot of ribbons to use, so we'll just use these. This one, this one, and this one. Alright, let's do this really quick. Turn this around. Alright, so I'm not going to worry about which direction the legs are going, although I probably should. Yeah. We'll fix it later. So I'm going to do about 12 inches. 8, 9, 10 inches. They're 10 inches. I'm going to do a 5.5 inch loop. Let's see, I should have enough on here to do 4. I don't know why I turned it that way. Alright, this one is a satin. I don't like satin ribbon, but because it's all I have, I'm going to use it, but I'm only going to do it in the center, and I'm only going to do 1 loop on each side with it. And this is the witch hats. Now this one is 5 inches. Alright, so we're using this natural that has the black, purple, and orange in it. And we'll do 4 loops with this at about 4.5 inches. Don't like the way that's laying, but we'll leave it for now. So if you don't know what the needles are, they are some plastic weaving needles. I have one sitting here. You get a pack of 3 of them. They come in a little resealable baggie that you can keep them in. And it helps you, if you make wreaths, it helps you to get your attachments on, your bows on. Helps get your wires and pipe cleaners through your mesh and that, and grapevines really easily. They bend for a grapevine, so if you get one of those grapevines, it's really tightly woven. It helps you get your stuff through that. You can also use them if you're a crocheter or a knitter to sew off your ends. They're great for teaching kids how to sew. And you get a pack of 3, like I said. They're $5.50. Alright, so I don't have but a little bit of this one left, and this is what we used on the witch hat. But I'm going to use this for the center. So all I'm going to do is fold it in half. I need a zip tie. So I'm going to use a bigger zip tie. Hopefully I have another one. I do not. So let's use this one. I'll use a longer one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up underneath all of this. I'm going to zip tie this all down. Get it tight enough to where it will not come undone when I lift it out. But not too tight as to I can't move anything. So when you take this off, you're going to have a little divot right here in the center where those pegs were. That's where you want to move your zip tie over to. Get it in that center groove. And then give it another pull. Right there. And make sure it's tight enough it's not going to come apart. Put your other zip tie in because you're going to need this one to attach. And hopefully I can use a zip tie. I might have to use a pipe cleaner to attach this. And then go ahead and fluff out your bow. So with that pulled tight enough, you can move your ribbons and that around without them coming loose. Get all these tails going down here. We are almost done. So like I said, these hats are really good. You can use them to do a witch hat. You can do a fall scarecrow hat. And then you can also use them to do a Santa hat. You can use them for cornucopias. I've not done the cornucopia, but I have seen them done. Yeah. Alright, so we're just dovetailing these really quick. I think I got them all. Looks like I did. And I'm going to put those legs on for you guys, show you how I do that, and we will be done. So the bow is going to go right smack into the center. There should be, yeah, there's a thing in the center I can use to attach it. I got to get through this stuff though. Because I'm using a zip tie though, I can't use my needles. Guess I should have done that. But there is a crossbar right down here, so if I can just move all this mesh out of the way, I can get to that crossbar and attach this to that. So I'm just taking the zip tie and going around that center bar. Get that in there. I'm not going to pull it too tight because I don't want my bow to be sunk in. Let's get my tails going in the right direction here though. This all should be over here. There we go. That went too far. All right. That will have to be fixed and fluffed. So there's the bow on there. Now we're going to take these little legs. These legs come with wires in them. I got these from, I want to say these came from AC Moore when they were still open. Oh, let's see if I can get this off of here. There we go. And they have wires in them already. So this one feels like it's, no, it's down in there. It needs to be pushed, but so that way you can shape them however you want. Get this there. So that one and this one, and then all you have to do is take those wires. Let's bend them this direction because that's the direction we're going to go, and wrap these around the frame. So stick these up in the mesh or through the mesh. You can go through the mesh if you wanted to, And you can cut these tails shorter if they cover up the legs so that you can see them better. But I don't think they're going to cover up the legs. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go right in through all this mesh. Where are you? Right here. I'm going to wrap it around. There's one. I don't want them too far apart because that looks like she's kind of squatting, and we don't want that look. It's not a good look for anybody. Whoops. Well, that's another way to do it. Just flip it over. Alright, this one's going to go right here. And then what you'll want to do is you can either zip tie them to the frame so they don't slide, or you can put glue on there, and that'll keep them in place so they don't slide around. So there we go. Can you see them? So you could shape it so that they're, you know, sticking up, they're bent, they're crossed, however you want to do it. Can y'all see it? Yeah, they hang down enough that you can see them. I'll have to adjust them a little more, but that's the idea. I also have an orange pair that you can put on there. They'd stand out a little better. It went from this to this. But they're so stinking cute. So thank you all so much for joining me. And then you just take that little hanger that was on there, which I buried mine, but you can put another one on there. Just poke it through. You just take and poke through the mesh. It goes through real easy. And then just put a little hanger. You want to put the hanger down here though, not up here. If you put it up here, it's going to hang crooked. But right here where that curve starts, that's where you want to put that hanger. All right, so make sure that you remember that if you make one of these, put that hanger right there. And that way it'll sit straight on the door. All right, guys, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I had fun. I hope you did too.